So my idea of where we are today is that we now have proceeded for a couple of recordings, recording narratives, memories in different pockets and different kind of headings of chapters, shall we say. And when I chatted to you yesterday, I had the impression that we were going for the easy bits first, and that perhaps the bit that we need to get to now is all about the real courage. Remember, we started with a hero's journey right in the beginning, and sometimes the hero comes to a certain threshold and then it stops. It's either stopped by the threshold guardians, and the question is begged, are you sure you want to go here? Are you sure you want to go through this threshold? We can assure you on the other side, there's a lot to learn and a lot of wisdom to be gained. But are you sure that you want to go through this? So there's a bit of that. The threshold, archetypal threshold guardians, making sure that you feel ready for what is now to come. And then the other part is, of course, our ego. The ego structure that wants to keep us safe within its own containment and boundaries. And it would rather give an impulse of fear or resistance than to encourage. And so that, with a little bit of a background, my question is, what is there that makes you a little bit uncomfortable about your life story that you think we in any event should approach?
When you speak like, are you sure you want to go through this threshold? This is a question I often ask my clients when I see in a constellation that there is a big trauma coming up or information coming up that sometimes may be big for a client to face. And can the client face it? And when is the time for the client to face it? So when you're asking this question, it reminds me asking my clients exactly this question. And so when I ask my clients this question, I'm acknowledging to them that I'm here to walk this step with them. And I also acknowledge that this is not something that is always easy to work through and go through. So, and the topic we are approaching today is not an easy topic for anybody. So, and it's a topic that we want to rather ignore. It's a topic that we don't really want to acknowledge and speak about because there are so many elements to this topic. And we need to acknowledge all the different elements to this particular topic. And what I shared with you is the one topic that I have been sort of avoiding up to this point is sexual abuse. And then I asked myself, why do you want to avoid this sexual abuse topic? What is it that you don't want to acknowledge? What is it that you don't want to go through? And the fact is, it's already happened. So, and this is the same with any abuse, with any trauma. It's already happened. What's the point in revisiting it? And with any trauma, with any abuse, acknowledging that it happened is step number one. And often there is this, I don't want to acknowledge that it happened because if that happened, who am I? And there is also this amount of shame that goes with it. And the question I'm asking myself, whose shame is it? Whom are we protecting when we don't want to go into this particular topic? And that's basically what we're sitting here today.